pretty much helped put that whole thing together inadvertently and on purpose. Like some things he asked me for advice, I gave him advice. Like he asked me why I called my finishing move Tallulah Bow, and I told him, kid, I didn't care why you called a suplex or a clothesline a clothesline. It was self-explanatory. But I always wondered, why DDT? Why Goodnight Irene? Like, did Roddy Piper kill a hooker named Irene? Like, why'd they call it that, you know? So I wanted a backstory. I wanted a really clever and scary backstory. So I took from real life, and my miscarried sister between me and my brother, her name was Sarah, and I didn't want to call it Goodnight Sweet Sarah because I didn't want to upset my mom. So I just fictionalized Sarah's name, and Bruce Willis's kid was his most ridiculous name I've ever heard was Tallulah Bell, so I picked Tallulah Bell. And so I explained this to him. He's like, man, that's awesome. And then, you know, next thing I know, he's got Abigail and all that stuff. And the same thing, too, like, you know, the Husky Harris thing wasn't working and stuff, and he wanted to kind of hide that he had, like, a couple extra pounds on him and this and that. And I was just like, well, the Hawaiian shirts and like Cape Fear kind of style of stuff would be cool. And Cape Fear is more or less Charlie Manson. And if you're going to go Charlie Manson, you probably want a family. And, you know, with my freak show wrestling stuff, I always found those like animal masks to be pretty fucking scary, you know. So there you go. He's like, oh yeah. You know, so, and bless him. I mean, I'm glad he's running with it. I got no problems with him. I think he's a great guy. We're friends to this day. You know, we'll text and we'll goof off and this and that. When I saw him last year at WrestleMania in New Orleans for Jake the Snake's Hall of Fame induction, he came over, gave me a big hug, and he was, you know, thankful and appreciative. And we were joking. I was just like, you MFer. I'm like, you know how many people tell me I need to join the Wyatt family? I'm like, they don't realize I train you. And he's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You know, so, like, I won't say that I trained him perfectly, you know, 100% how to wrestle or anything, but he always picked my brain, and I always told him straight. And, you know, what he took from it is what he took from it, and he made himself a success. So I'm very happy for him.